Hello, welcome to my house and welcome to my channel. I'm Laura Cepeda and today I'm going to show you how you can make a beautiful stitch that seems to be made of needles but it's made with crochet. You can make amazing combinations. You will see that it's very easy and that it's very useful for your coming projects, okay? You will see that with just few material you can create your own combinations and you can create amazing things. You will see, but well, don't forget to subscribe and let's start. Remember that if you want to buy and use the same materials that I use in all my videos, you can visit my online store www.lauracepeda.es. Well, I'm going to use a medium-sized yarn. I'm going to use my hook of number 4 and I'm going to start making chains. I'm going to make a sample, so I'm going to make few chains, but you are going to make the chains that you need according to the size and according to the project that you are making this stitch for. It doesn't matter if it's a knot or even number. Remember, when you are making these base chains, it's very important that you don't tie it, because remember that you will come back and in the next row you are going to insert your hook, so your hook has to perfectly fit. Well, I'm going to make 20 chains. So well, once you have the chains that you need, we are going to chain one more and we are going to come back making single crochet. It is important that when you start, you take both parts of the chain. If we only took one side, it will look wider and you will leave a hole. It's important that if you are going to start taking the chains like this to make the single crochets, you take all the chains the same, because then it will look uneven. Okay, so look, I insert the hook like this. You see, I insert the hook in between these two threads like this, and if you made 20 chains, at the end you must have 20 single crochets. Well, at the end of this row of the single crochet row, we are going to add the new color. Okay, in this case I choose this color. I use a yarn of the same weight. As you see, it's also medium size, and well, it's important. If you want that the stitch looks good, well, it's important that you choose a yarn of the same weight. Okay, well, in this case I choose this one, so you are going to make a knot at the beginning of the next row and we are going to keep the thread here. So now with these two threads we are going to start with the thread that we were using. So we are going to make a chain, we are going to insert our hook like this, taking both parts we are going to turn over, and now with the new color we are going to turn over to the front to the back. You see, we are going to turn over again with the old color and we are going to bring them through. Again, insert, take the first thread, then with the new color place the hook in the back and the new color in front, not like this, okay, like this, and now with the first color bring them through. Again, insert your hook, take one with the first color, yarn over with the second color and bring them through with the old color, always keeping the new color behind. You see, and again we are going to repeat. Okay, once that you learn how to make it, you will see that you will make it by your own. You just have to follow the steps. You will see. So insert, take the first color, yarn over the new color, always placing it in from the hook, and then bring them through with the first color, and you will see that the combination will be in the back. And if you could see, it seems that it's made with needles, but now it's made with hook. So this stitch is magic. I love it. I'm going to finish the row with you so we can practice and you can see exactly how it is. Okay, I'm going to keep repeating the steps because it's very easy to follow. So the first, insert your hook like this. If, as you see, I took both parts of the chain and I have been taking both parts of the chain in the whole row, okay, because I don't want that my stitch looks uneven. and I'm going to keep taking both parts of the chain in the coming rows, because you will see at the end it will look good. Okay, so I'm going to continue. I insert my hook with the first color, the second color, yarn over always in front of the hook, and then I bring them through with the first color. And like this, remember that if you made 20 stitches, well, at the end you must have 20 stitches too. And well, always taking both yarns and both threads behind. Imagine this stitch in a blanket, or in a vest, or in a sweater, in a baby jacket, in a hat, in a beanie. I think it will look so good. You can make your own combinations. You can make so much combinations. You can make even one row with one color, and in the next row you can make other colors, so you can make many combinations. I love it. Also, you can make combinations by mixing textures, right? So, well, it's important. I want you to look how it looks in the back. Like we keep the thread here behind, it will always be placing in front of the hook, and in the back it will look like this. So we almost finished the row, and if you see, here it's where I make the change, and we cross the threads in the back, so we can have what we have here. So well, here at the end we are going to place the thread like this. You see, we are going to keep the first color in over it. So this is the secret of this. So it will look like this in front, and in the wrong side you will have the combination. So here at the end of the row we are going to turn around, and we are going to start exactly the same. With the first color we are going to make a chain, and we are going to insert our hook, and we are going to repeat first the first color. As you see, I'm taking both parts of the chain and I'm placing the second color in the back, and now I'm going to cross, I'm going to yarn over, and then I'm going to bring them through with the first color, and basically I'm going to repeat the same. And the stitch part it owns, it will lead you, okay? And well, you will see that you will have the edge straight. If you are making correctly, well, this is a sign that you are making it right. If not, well, you should check. Probably you have already made one stitch more and you haven't realized of it, okay? It's important that also at the end of the row you count your stitches. So you will see that once that you start making more rows, all the colors will start to coming up. Right now I have the colors look similar because like it's a combined yarn. Well, first the brownish color started to come, but now when the orange and the light beige it comes, it will look even better, okay? You can create your own combinations as I told you, and you can use the left yarn that you have there and that you haven't used. Well, you can use in a stitch like this. You can make a row with one color, and then in the coming row you can make it with a different color, okay? So once that you learn how to make it, you will see that you will start creating your own combinations. But first you should practice, you should make a sample. Remember that I always encourage you to make first a sample, because it also will help you to see how many stitches you will need for your project, if you like the combination, how it looks like that, if the hook that you are using looks correct, everything. So it's important that you first make a sample, and then you take this as a reference to see how many stitches, and also to see how many yarn you will need for your project. And for example, all the stitches that I have teach you and all the samples that I have made, I always keep them in a nice place, in my special place. So every time that I'm going to start a new project, I go to this place where I have all my samples, and I see the stitches, and I get inspired by seeing the stitches, and I think where I'm going to use this stitch and how many yarn do I need. So it's very important that if you are going to make these samples, you should keep them, and you can take this as a reference for coming projects, because sometimes we forget what we have made, So it's an important reminder, and well, it's nice to have your collection of stitches too. Well, I'm going to finish the row with you so you can see exactly how it is. Remember that it's very important that we practice and practice and practice. You will see that then you will make the stitch by itself. So well, we almost finished this second row. It's important that you take also the 20 stitches that we have at the beginning. And well, here almost finished the row. So here in the last stitch we are going to make the same. We finish and we start the row like this. And with this, well, you know how many stitches you will need for your brag, right? Well, once you finish, we are going to turn around, and we are going to start exactly where we start at the beginning. So we will always start right here, and if you want to add a new color, well, you are going to always add your new color in this size, okay? In this side, sorry. So I'm going to start the row with you again so you can see how it is. So this is the whole stitch. It's so easy, right? I want that the orange color come up because like this you can have an idea of how it looks in the wrong side. Well, and I think that it doesn't have a right or a wrong side, right? I think that both sides are good. So also you can have a project with both views. You see? Look how beautiful it looks. It looks combined, and if you see, we have a straight edge. But well, let's continue. Well, look here, I finished to make the sample. I continue making the same for several rows, and if you see, now that the colors started to come, it looks like this in both ways, okay, in both sizes. And now I'm going to make a sample using baby colors, okay, using these combinations and mixing colors, because I want you to see exactly how it looks and you can tell better how it looks, okay? Remember that I made a base chains, and now I'm going to make a single crochet row, and then I'm going to start combining the colors. And well, before we continue, we are going to review, okay? It's important also that you have in mind these tips. Well, now that we have both colors, I'm going to use my fingers to keep them, okay? This will be like a support, and you will see your stitch will look even better. The new color, we are going to place it in the back of the finger, and the base color, we are going to keep it always in front of the finger, okay? So now that we have placed our fingers correctly, we are going to make a chain. We are going to insert our hook. We are going to take the base chain, the base color, sorry. If you see, here I'm taking both. We are going to take the first, and then we are going to place in front the new color, and we are going to bring them through with the first color. And again, it's important that you be careful and you don't take your color, okay? Follow the steps and always keep both threads in the back, okay? And be careful. You should make the first rows always taking care of the details. Place the color like this, and now we are going to cross the threads in the back, and we are going to bring them through. Well, here I'm having a little trouble. I have to place the, oh my god, sorry, I'm going back. I'm going to use my fingers so they can be the support and they can keep the threads exactly where they have to go. Look, here was the mistake. I was placing the new color wrong. So again, the color should go like this in front. Again, I'm going to make it again. You see? So okay, now I think that I'm continuing correctly. As you see, we have the color in the back. So well, I'm going to continue making several rows and mixing the colors with baby colors so you can see how it looks in baby projects. Okay, so let's continue. I'm going to make one row with this pink color, and in the next row I'm going to use a new one. Okay, but for now let's finish this row first. Well, I'm going to stop here because I think it's important. Looks how it looks with one thread, because the color I choose um, is skinny of the last color. Okay, so it looks like this, but in the new color I add the blue color and I put two threads, and it looks even better, right? As you see, the pink looks so light, so by using two threads you can make that the color stands up even more. So I think that this is a good tip that you should have in mind. And well, when you have a different weight of yarn, of the yarn that you are using as a base, well, using two threads, it's a good tip that you can take and you can have into account for your project. Okay, so that's why I want to stop here and I want you to give this tip. But well, I'm going to continue making more rows. I'm going to make a row, each row in a different color, so you can see how it looks, and you could see that you can create many combinations, and you can use the left yarns that you have kept. Okay, but well, let's continue, and I'm going to finish this row with you. Okay. Well, this is how it's looking so far. If you see, I combine many colors. Here I use only one thread, and look how it looks. I think it looks better with two threads, right? In the next rows, I use two threads too uh, for the new color, okay? And I think it looks good. I imagine this is stitched perfectly in a blanket. I think that my next project will be a blanket with this stitch. I'm loving it. So as you see, you can create your own combinations. I know that I have said this many times, but I think it's important because sometimes we have yarn left that we haven't used, and well, now you have learned how to use them. And please, if you make it, tag me. Okay, I love to see you making my projects. It's an amazing reward to me that you take the time to watch my videos first, and then that you make my projects, so it means a lot to me. But well, I'm going to finish the row with you so you can see exactly how it is. As you see here at the end, like I'm changing color each row, here I have some threads left, but well, it looks so beautiful. Well, as you see here, I'm having these threads left, so I'm going to cut the colored threads and it will look like this. But don't worry, because here at the end we can cut a little bit and we can make a final row to hide all these threads. Okay, so I'm going to make this step with you so you can see how it is. I think that I have made this step in previous projects, but if you haven't watched them, well, I'm going to teach you how. So with the color that we have been using as a base, we are going to make a single row here to cover all these threads. We are going to place all of the threads here. We are going to keep them with our other hand, and while we make the single crochet row, well, we are going to place them laying in the back like this, you see, laying in one side. Also, if you want to correct your edge, well, this is the perfect steps to make it. If you want to reduce a little bit or something went wrong, well, here you can fix it. Okay, so we are going to continue making this row and hiding all of these threads, all the colors that we used. So you have to be patient and careful, okay? But well, with this we finished. So I hope that you have liked this video, and I hope that you have enjoyed learning this stitch with me. Well, this is how it looks when we finish. We hide all the threads and all the colors that we add, and this is how it looks in the back. If you want, you can make an extra row so you can hide it better, or you can make a final edge to give it a final touch. Here are all the samples that I made using different combinations, and this is the first sample that we made. Then I made this one too, using even a color that looks even different. So well, you can have an idea of how it looks with different colors. So you can have now your samples. Well, so what do you think? I hope that you have enjoyed making this video with me. Please don't forget to make your sample. It's very important because you can have an idea of how many yarn, how many stitches, if you like the combination or not. And I think that this stitch is beautiful. Remember that it seems made with needles, but it's made with hook. But well, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and see you soon. Bye!